can hear you. You're good.
Yay! Okay, first of all, I have to say that I am so honored to be here with you all today. It is so humbling. My heart is racing and my palms are sweating, so I know that I'm doing the absolute right thing. I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone in a way that I never even believed possible. So I'm going to get started because I have 30 minutes and I have so much on my heart to share. And I'm going to start with my story. Because what I know to be true is that everybody out there is fighting a battle that we know absolutely nothing about. And your story could be the key to unlock someone else's prison. And that is so the truth. So 4 years ago, you would have looked at me and thought that I was the picture of perfect health. I was an avid CrossFitter, so I was very much physically fit. But nutritionally, I was starving, depleted, and downright naive. The truth is that at the age of 14, I developed an eating disorder. And I struggled with that disorder for over 20 years, you guys. That is a long time to not be loving and respecting your body. So at a young, ripe age of 33, my health was a mess. My hair was coming out in globs. I was sick all the time. I had horrible seasonal allergies. But the biggest burden that I ever had to carry was being told I couldn't have kids. I didn't have a menstrual cycle for 3 years, and hearing those words was hard. It was heavy. You guys, I was embarrassed and ashamed because it was self-inflicted, and I felt less of a woman. So when a dear friend from my Bible study introduced me to Juice Plus, it was an absolute godsend. I said yes to the product right away because I had done it wrong my entire life. I couldn't wait to get this nutrition in my body. And I said yes to this mission, you guys, because I knew that there was purpose for my pain. And I prayed for years for God to turn my misery into a ministry, and Juice Plus was the answer. The following month, I stumbled upon, not even kidding, it was the first Monday night call I ever even got on, and it was Wendy Campbell, and she gave her talk about the relationship between nutrition and disease, and it wrecked my world in the best way possible. So much so that the following day, I walked into my corporate job, you guys, and I quit. I just quit. My boss thought I was crazy. He said, Ashley, you haven't had a vacation in 3 years. Take 2 weeks off, see what's going on with you. And I said, oh, maybe he's right. I'll think about this. But guess what? The same day that I quit my job, I went to a Catherine Lee event where she gave her talk about designing your own life and leaving a legacy. And I'm going to share with you right now a piece of my story that I have never shared ever. At this point in my life, I was at a crossroads. And I was in the thick of an eating disorder, you guys. And I had a choice. And I praise Catherine Lee to this day because you changed my life. You changed the direction of my life. But I had a choice to either admit myself into the hospital and get the help that I desperately needed, or I can make that choice to let others find healing from my wounds. And I prayed. And I prayed to God, and he said, Ashley, do you trust me? And I said, with my life. And he said, what the enemy meant to harm you, I will use to prosper you. And you guys, that was it for me. I never have once looked back. The following month, I went to my very first leadership conference where I witnessed ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And I knew in my heart that if they could do it, then by golly, I could do it too. So I came up from that conference, I put on my big girl JP panties, you guys, and I started sharing this gift. And I'm so passionate about it, as if people's lives depended on it. Because I truly, truly believe that it does. People would say that I started to treat this like a business, but I never owned a business. I didn't know how to do that. But what I did know how to do was to love people, was to meet them where they are, but refuse to leave them there because I knew what I knew. They didn't. That is what I did. Before I knew it, I had grown a huge customer account, over 100 people. I had the most amazing hearts. I mean, amazing hearts that are so much better than me. I just feel so undeserving of my team sometimes. join me on this mission because my excitement for life, my passion for this product, and my love for people was contagious. They wanted what I had. Your energy is contagious, you guys. Make sure it is worth catching. We have and still are having the time of our life. I had no expectations of what this nutrition was going to do in my body. I thought GMO was an automobile maker, you guys, 4 years ago. So I was naive, to say the least. But within 2 months of being on the Trio capsules and the complete shakes, I started that menstrual cycle that I didn't have for 3 years. In 4 years, I've been eating Juice Plus. I've been sick one time. I no longer have allergies. I married the man of my dreams, and we have 2 beautiful Juice Plus babies that I was told I could never have. The most profound gift, and I will say this over and over again until the day that I die, that I can give my children, and anybody for that matter, anybody, aside from my faith, is healthier DNA, because I was such a nutritional disaster. And speaking of my kids, I read a quote one time that said, your children are not a distraction from your work. They are your most important work. And I have been able to build this business with a baby on my hip and one on my breast. And I'm crying because they are why I do this. I look at my kids and I'm reminded that I have got to share, because they wouldn't be here if somebody wasn't brave enough to share with me. So get over yourself if you're not sharing. My biggest fear is that someone would come to me and say, Ashley, you knew about this and you didn't tell me. So I live my days accordingly. So build this business. For those of you that are in the thick of motherhood or whatever the case is for you, you can do this, all right? You can, I promise you can do this. There were days, you guys, when I was cooking, I was listening to an Audible and pumping simultaneously, and I thought I was a multi-master. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I was killing it. But then there were days where I was on connection calls with babies in both arms, and all 3 of us were crying. And I felt like a multi-disaster. I felt like I was failing at everything. Thank God for the mute button, because you would have thought the world was ending on my side of the line. Woo! Gosh, thank God for that. So there's so many calls that I have been on that I really haven't been on, you guys, because I've got to live life. So just embrace those connection calls. It was hard. This is what I want you to know, because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It was hard, all right? But we get to choose our heart. For me, waking up to an alarm clock, going to a job that I hate, and taking my kids to a sitter, that is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, being broke, and not being able to give the way that my heart generously desires, that is hard, okay? For me, or anyone that's ever struggling with an eating disorder for over 20 years, that's freaking hard. That is hard. Sharing this gift that everybody deserves to know about is easy. It is so easy. When I am sharing Juice Plus, I feel as if I am using the enemy as a footstool to my higher calling in life. And that is a darn good place to be. You guys, 3 years ago, my husband and I, we were eating dinners on our living room floor because the kitchen was my office. We had a 1,000-foot square home, and we had 2 kids. We were growing out of it, and we set a goal. We set a goal to become completely debt-free. So 2 years ago, you know what's so beautiful about our business is the more impact that we make, the more income we bring in. My husband is a beautiful provider, but he can only work 60 hours a week, and there's a cap to what he can make. And I'm here to tell you that is not the case with us. I had a bigger shovel. And what do we get to do? Because this is a get-to business, not a have-to business. We get to help more people, help more people. And this is what I did. I helped more people, help more people, help more people. In less than a year, we paid off over $50,000 of debt, completely debt-free. And in October, we just bought our brand new home, you guys. So Indian style dinners are now optional. My family stood on that stage in front of the most amazing people to my team. I love you. You make me better. You challenge me. Thank you for locking arms with me. For those that I know you're all over the world, and I so love you. And those downstairs, thank you for praying over me before I came up here, you guys, because I was a mess. I was already crying. I haven't even got on here yet. Oh, she's Louisa. So I'm here to tell you that you can do this. This business is perfect for people who are not. Period. I am a glorious disaster of a joyful mess, but I made a choice. I made a choice to be better. I made a choice to find healing. I made a choice to give more and to serve more. I made a choice to not stand in my own way. And it wasn't easy. But you guys, you know what I love about this business, now that this is what I'm going to get into now, is that there is 4 steps. There is a 4-step process that is super simple, that you have to do 1,000 times. You don't have to do 1,000 things good. You need to do these 4 things, get really good at it, do it a ton, and you will be wildly successful. I promise you. So think about this, the STEP, and it's an acronym. And the Lord gave this to me the other day. You guys, I had an hour to put this together, and I was like, help me. And this is what he got. So, X. You guys, what do we do first? We share. We share Juice Plus with people. We share our product story, our business story. Do you want to know how I got over 100 customers? I reached out to 20 people a day about Juice Plus. Do you want to know what I said? Less to more people. Thanks, Kevin. I literally asked the question. I said, did you know that you could get fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule? Now, these were my friends, you guys, so I could just ask the question. They weren't randos on my social media account. But that is what I did. And then, boom, conversations just started happening left and right. And I'm here to tell you, too, I have vomited on people. I have, I've created curiosity. I've shared my story, shared video, and followed up. You guys, they all 3 ordered. Because, you know what? People can feel your intentions. Thank you, Holly Morris. You said that on last Pajama Regional. It is so true. I stumble and fumble and mumble over my words all the time. And you want to know how I built this business? One messy, heartfelt conversation at a time. That is it. Share your product story, share your business story. There's so many tools on the mission-driven model that you can use to do that. Get your sponsor to upline to help you craft your story, you guys. And I never say the same thing twice. So what you hear today, you will never hear again. Number 2 is T, 3-way connection calls. There's a beautiful thing happens on those 3-way. I learned more about some of my friends in 30 minutes of me connecting them to a complete stranger. People will share deep, intimate things with other people. It blows my mind. And I did not utilize this tool until I was 2 years into my business, you guys. It's one of the biggest mistakes I've made, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. Use your upline. 3-way connections are a beautiful thing. Get comfortable. We are connectors. You want to know what I say? I am a connector. I love connecting people. My friend Stephanie's awesome. You're awesome. I'm going to connect the 2 of you. Y'all will probably be lifelong friends because that's just what we do in this mission. That's it. It should be fun. It should be flavorful. All right, E, events. Events, 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 events. The bloodline of your business, Juana, you are absolutely right. When I first started signing up for this, you guys, I had an event every single Sunday. And guess what? My house isn't Pinterest perfect. So if you're waiting for that moment, get over yourself. And guess what? I didn't have a spread of food. Nope. All I did was put in the Bridging the Gap video. My sponsor, Nicole, shared her story. I didn't have a story yet. I was just excited about the product. And I shared shakes. This was after church. Everybody already done ate lunch. Don't come to my house thinking you're going to eat. It's not dinner time yet. It does not have to be Pinterest perfect, you guys. We are sharing fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule. It still blows my mind that this company was able to do that. It is so freaking cool to me. People need to know about this. I was at conference with a 3-week-old. You think that wasn't hard? I was there, but I wasn't mentally there. I was pumping after thinking 2 hours, but I was committed to my team. And I don't think that we would have got to NMD if I did not go to that conference and I did not struggle. And God saw me struggling, but He has so honored me because of that. So again, do those things that you think you can't do. Events will grow your business. The bigger the event, the bigger the belief. I did 20 events the week before I moved into my house. I should have been packing, you guys. But when I'm praying for God if I'm pushing while I'm praying and my team is showing up in big ways and they're doing what I'm telling them to do, you got to show up. There were live events and home events, virtual events, but I was there. And guess what? We still got into my house. We still had a village come and help me. We still knocked it all out. And I remember I was chanting through my house. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because you guys, if I would have been my flesh, I would have been a disaster. I just have to say that because that is the truth. So that is the events. STE events. P is personal development. If you want your business to grow, you hear it, I know I sound like a broken record. You've got to grow yourself. Talking about money used to be very difficult for me because we never had it growing up. But guess what? Money ranks up there with oxygen, and we all need it, and we have a beautiful way to get it, and we get paid really good to do a lot of good in this world. So I can totally stand behind that. But it took me a while to even share my business story because I had to clear that duck, like Jennifer Meyer said last night. So speaking about personal development, I want to just share with you 5 principles that I have lived by. And I think this is how I've been able to experience joy in this journey. Because like I said, if it's forced, it's not fun. First things first, what is your morning mindset? Miracle mornings. What are you feeding yourself? You know that saying, you are what you digest, you are what you eat. You are what you believe, you are what you think, you are what you read, you are what you watch. You are all those things. If you are not filling yourself up first thing in the morning, the world's going to get leftovers from you from the day before, and it ain't pretty. I'm telling y'all, I've done it, and it was an epic fail. Don't make the same mistakes I have made. My mornings look like this. So we do a Readers or Leaders Club. Thank you, Stephanie Painter. We're doing the 5-second rule right now. I do my devotional. I read the Bible. This is really awesome. It's the 100 most important Bible verses that every leader must know. I love that too. And Shelley Mackey, these incredible people that you get to meet in this mission, you guys. She bought me this and sent it to me, so now I'm reading that too. You have to fill your cup before you can fill someone else's. I am statements are my jam. I will sit here and tell you I am a mess, and I am. But I am also a National Marketing Director, 24 Club by Sacramento. I am a fearless, confident, servant-hearted leader. I am a master of connection calls. I am relentless. I am passionate. I am a mom on a mission to inspire healthy living around the world. I am organized. That's a funny one. You see what I'm saying? You need to stop saying, oh, I can't get customers. You are a customer magnet. If you're going to sit there and say, I can't build team, you're not going to build team. You need to say, I am a business builder. All of those affirmations I do every morning. I have a boxer with 3 of my teammates, Sloan, Tammy, and Alex, and we do it every single morning, you guys. And you actually start to believe in yourself. You will become unstoppable when you actually believe in yourself. So I am statements are my jam. Attitude of gratitude. Approach every single person in this business with appreciation, not expectation, and it changes everything. It's not about you. It starts with you, but it's not about you. Okay, and show up. You have got to show up in your life, you guys. You've got to show up in your business. This is the difference between an unsuccessful person and a successful person. A successful person shows up when they don't feel like it or they don't want to. That's it. I easily could have told Courtney in the committee that I couldn't do this because I've been sleep deprived. When I'm telling you sleep deprived, I'm saying like 3 hours a night. It was hard. But I showed up because I love the crap out of y'all. And you've given me so much that I just want to give it back to you, even in the mess that I am. So show up. Go into 2019 and step into your business, you guys. Embrace your gifts and talents. You are beautifully and wonderfully made. Be authentic and be vulnerable. You guys, I'm here to tell you, we don't need any more Ashleys. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. If you were me, you'd be exhausted. The world needs only what you can give. So you need to give it. The scared, the complicated, the afraid. Because you know what? People want real, they want authentic, and they want honest. People honor honesty. They don't want perfect. All right? 3, positivity. You cannot be negative and have a positive life. We don't need any negative Nancy's or Nellies in our life, you guys, period. If you are negative, that's what you will attract more of. So positive. There's 3 things I want to just touch on here. When someone asks me about the price of Juice Plus, you know, when I say highly worse, thank you for this. Oh my gosh, that is the best part. You won't even believe it. Boom. You can take all of our products, flood your body with 30 fruits, veggies, and berries, omega-3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, and our plant-based shakes. That's 15 added plants for less than a gourmet coffee a day. I don't know how they do it. Do you see that? Your energy is contagious, you guys. Make sure it's worth catching. And then when people ask me about this business, what do? You know what I say? You won't even believe it. You won't even believe it. I partnered with this company for $50 a year, and they found a way to encapsulate the whole foods, fruits, veggies, and berries without losing any of the nutrition. Blows my mind. When people ask me about the soy, I say, yes, there is soy in our shakes. That is why I chose them, because the research that I have done, it shows that it actually decreases cancer in women and men. So I chose these shakes because of the soy. That's all about how you approach things. Number 4, stop comparing yourself. My golly, stop comparing yourself. When comparison begins, contentment ends. And what is comparison is the thief of joy, you guys. If I for 1 second would have sat up here and compared myself to all these amazing people that have gone before me, I would have been a deer in headlights when I came up here. I would have been paralyzed, honestly. But this is what I want you to know. You can admire someone's beauty and someone else's talents, and it will not for 1 second diminish your own. So if you admire something about somebody, tell them and ask them how they do it. Okay, it's the best thing you will ever do in your life. And then number 5, don't you dare give up. You are too smart to be the only one standing in your way. Don't you dare give up because somebody else's lack of education or negativity. You do not let that person define your future. And don't let your own self stand in the way of your family's financial future either. We've got to stop that. We've got to stop that. I love this. Every miracle in the Bible started out with a problem. How awesome is that? So just be encouraged. You're going to come. Objections are going to come, you guys. And we've got to go through it. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. If you want to fix it, you've got to face it. But I encourage you to grow through life. Don't just go through it. When people would say no to me, you guys, I look like Shelley Mackey. I'm throwing out a gazillion seeds everywhere. I don't even hear it. I really don't. I'm talking to 100 people right now on social media. My conversations are flowing. When people say no to me, I have an inner voice that says challenge accepted. We have a choice to be bitter or to be better, and I encourage us all to take the latter. Okay, and I'm going to share this one story with you all because my tip, and there's so much I could share really honestly, and I'm almost up for time. So, is this. Whatever you do in life, you have got to be consistent. Consistency creates miracles, you guys. Till this day, in 4 years I've been doing this business, and there hasn't been 1 month where I haven't brought on at least 5 customers because of my consistency. When I first started this, when I was 7 months into my business, I needed to make $2,000 to pay my bills. And I was a sales coordinator at the time. I didn't know how I got paid still. I still don't know how I get paid really, but I didn't know how I got paid. I couldn't figure out the whole team thing. I just knew that I got paid $76 on every trio at a sales coordinator position. So I did the math. I took 2,000, I divided by 76. I needed 26 trio orders. If this was March, I call it my March Madness, and not because of basketball. Do you know that, and my dad was living with me at the time because he was going through a really hard time in his life. And for him to see me win, this was so big, but he was living with me at the time. And you guys, I worked so hard. I didn't come up for air that month. Do you know, and this was consistency. This wasn't all 1 month or 1 day of me working. This was 7 months of reaching out to 20 people a day. In the month of March, I brought on 33 customers, and I paid my bills for that month. And my dad came home one night, and he looked at me, and he could just tell, I was spent, you guys. And he looked at me and said, Ashley, I said, Dad, we did it. And he said, you cannot save the world. And I looked at him and I said, Dad, how do I know if I don't try? And he looked at me and he said, and tears running down his face and mine too, as you can tell. And he said, if anybody can, It is you. And I carry that encouragement around in my pocket every day, you guys. That is what we get to be in this business. We get to be life cheerleaders. Go out there, you guys. Love the crap out of people and change the world. You can do this. So, that's all I got. I'm sorry, I'm such a mess.
Well, she's made everybody else a mess, so I think it's okay.